Howdy, it's Uncle Paul, and I am feeling much better.
So have you ever puppy sat before?
Yes.
Yeah. So you feel confident that you won't kill it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
What's its name?
Lacey.
Lacey. Reagan just got home from a 10-hour shift at the feed store, and his back was hurting him. So older brother Matt, college boy who plays football and is studying kinesiology and physical therapy, was trying to help him pop his back.
Hold on, put it on my shoulder, not.
Did it pop it off?
No,
Do it the other way. You don't usually want
go down.
I hear Matt popping. It sounds like.
That's not me.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
Is there a room over
And this is pretty typical when all the boys are at home. Ethan, what did he do to make you mad?
You wouldn't stop screaming during my show.
Oh. Well,
You do get to get it when Ethan was on top.
Of course he gets it while I'm on the bottom.
Ethan, give him a big kiss. That'll really shake him up.
You'd like it.
Okay, Ethan, first time making a grilled cheese. That side looks really great. You're getting there a little bit longer. So, what did you make last night? What did you actually cook last night?
Spam.
Spam and
Ranch
style beans. See, there you go. I mean, your mom's gonna expect you to be doing the cooking some during the week. First thing. All right. Now make me one. There you go. It's yummy. Well, that's Hurley barking. He just nearly caught that squirrel. It just nearly didn't get up that tree in time. But anyway, it's Saturday. It's a little early in the afternoon on Saturday, and tomorrow is Christmas Eve day. And I'm not totally over my cold, but I'm a lot better. I've had energy the last few days. I haven't done a lick of exercise. I've barely done any chores except the last couple days I've done some, and haven't cooked anything other than microwavable stuff kind of for myself. And anytime I was with the family, especially the first part of the week, if I passed through or sat in the living room for any length of time, I had a mask. I used my bandana actually most of the time, the one that my buddy Mike gave me, Mike Dehart. He replaced my bandana I lost while hiking on the AT. That's the one I used. But anyway, trying not to get them sick. So far, so good, I think. But so it's been pretty cold here at night, especially here in Central Texas. And it's been nice to get out and get a little fresh air. But Hurley is an outside dog, and so I last week was really getting things ready for Hurley, his dog house, so that he could stay warm, because it gets down to below freezing, you know, below 32 degrees, and had a couple nights a while back, it was in the 20s, and tomorrow night or the next night it's supposed to get down in the lower 20s. So I'm just trying to make sure that Hurley is warm and comfortable, and I'm not going to let him be real uncomfortable, don't worry about that. But last night was actually a good test, and it got down below freezing, around 30 degrees, and there was actually times when he was sleeping outside of the doghouse, and now he'll sleep in the doghouse the way it is exactly, and he has been when it's been cold. I'll catch him inside it at times and outside it. I check on him in the middle of the night. So I think with what I've recently done, it gets too warm in there sometimes, and he gets outside to kind of cool off a little bit, and then he'll get back in it. And let me show you what I've done to his doghouse. Okay, well, right before I moved in with my brother's family here, Hurley was an inside dog, and he has been all of his life. I got him when he was 7 years old. He's now 10 years old, but he's a healthy dog and very energetic dog. But he had spent most of his time really inside the house, and he's adjusted very well to being an outside day spring. I bought this dog house at Ace Hardware, and it's small, which he's a small dog. He needs a small house. You know, their body temperature, their body heat is what will warm the doghouse and keep him warm inside. This pillow right here along the back side of the doghouse, that was, if you look at my earlier videos in my house, that was a pillow from a couch that he loved to sit on and look out the window. So that's kind of a piece of home for him, familiar smell and everything. And that was my sister-in-law's idea to put that in there. Fits perfectly. And that's a blanket, and I got some of that spray foam, insulation foam. And so I've done it all around and a lot on the bottom. And I did it on the sides of this and the top and everything of the top part there. And I also put a board right here, cut that to fit, to help block out as much of the wind or cold air. Also, you'll notice this concrete back patio here, that's a mat right there, and that's a rug. It's soft on this side. That helps also insulate the bottom part of this doghouse. Now, what I've done is this is a 10-degree sleeping bag, a cheap one from Walmart. And this is the one I used when you'd see in the video from my trip with my nephews to Guadalupe National Park. So I just put this in here and stuff it full. And actually Hurley kind of likes to push it out kind of in the front there. So and then I'm not going to do it now, but I will in a minute. You put that top on it, and then I've been draping this blanket on top of the top, and just to give it more insulation. And I think that was too much for Hurley. Sometimes I think it actually made him too hot, because he would go in and sleep in it and stay in it, but then there were times when it was still real cold out, he would come out and sleep on this front part right here and sleep right there. So, and then I'd catch him back in it again. So I think, and it was 30 degrees last night at least, and so I think he's comfortable with it, keeping him warm enough. Hi, Hurley. Oh, he just gave me a kiss. Yes, good boy. Which Hurley is not a licking dog. He doesn't hardly lick at all. Hey, Hurley, Pearly, let's see if we can get you in your house. Okay, all right. Let's show him what it looks like in there. Yeah, get in there. Get in there. Yes, oh, look, I know you're so jealous. You are so jealous of me talking to this camera. Yeah. Why don't you get in the house for me? Why why don't you get in the house? Mwah. Okay. And when I drape the blanket on top of it, I like to drape it a little over the front here, so it'll help cover up this hole a little bit more and help keep in more of the warm air. Well, good morning. It is Sunday morning, Christmas Eve day, and it's pretty exciting because one of the things then that we get to do is this evening, most Christmas Eves, we get together and we open gifts to each other, my family, both my brother's families and myself, and so we were planning on doing that tonight. They were going to come down from Fort Worth, my brother Gary's family. However, my brother Gary's family, they have the flu. They have the flu, so they're not going to be able to come down. And they got to rest and try to recuperate. But so we're disappointed about that. But they're going to try to come next weekend. But so it's just going to be my brother David, my sister-in-law, and my nephews and I will open gifts later today. But it's kind of funny. I quit buying gifts for the adults, you know, when my parents, of course, were included in the gift giving years ago in our family. And I told the adults many years ago, I said, I'm not going to buy for y'all anymore. I'm just going to buy for my nieces and nephews. So y'all aren't getting a gift from me. So don't get a gift for me because I'm not getting you a gift. Well, every year they all still gave me a gift because Mom certainly wasn't going to not give her baby a gift, you know. So she kept doing that, and so both families kept giving me a gift. Sometimes they were from my nieces or nephews, is how they put it, you know. So, but anyway, so I got my nephews and nieces gifts this year, and my sister-in-law Shelly, she just wrapped the gifts last night. And the boys, the two oldest nephews, Matt and Reagan, they were off to a party that a buddy of theirs that's in the military was coming home, you know, for Christmas break, and so his family's throwing them a big party. So they didn't come in till about midnight. They didn't know I was up, and they were rooting around under the tree last night because the gifts were there. And so I was smart. I had only put their gifts in gift bags, but I didn't put them under the tree. I kept them in my room because I knew they were going to be snooping. So sure enough, it's a good thing I did that. But anyway, so I checked on Hurley last night around midnight before the boys got home, and sure enough, he was sleeping on the out front of the doghouse, and it was already down into the 30s. And he was laying on the part of the sleeping bag that was sitting out front, and he seemed fine. But about 30 minutes later, after the boys went to bed, and before I did, I checked on him one more time. He was in the doghouse at that point. So, and I just checked on him after I made the coffee, and he's still in the doghouse. So, and it's probably down, once again, it's around like 32 degrees or 30 degrees or something like that tonight. So, but he's doing well, thankfully. As you could probably tell, I'm feeling much better. Like I told you earlier in the video, I'm feeling better and got more energy. So I'm looking forward to this week being able to gradually get back into exercise, gradually get back into, you know, eating much better and cooking for myself. I just eat more healthy when it's stuff that I actually kind of make and not just stuff to easily, conveniently microwave. So as I suspected, I gained a little bit this week. I gained 1.4 pounds this week. I don't like that, you know. I'm disappointed about it, but it wasn't really unexpected, and so I'm not going to beat myself up too much about it. I think this week I'll do a lot better now that I'm feeling better. So anyway, guys, that's a little bit of what happened this week. I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I'll see you next week.